A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the NC State Wolfpack and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Hey, people still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Scott. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call. Giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
Tells to run, wants to pass. In the backfield, it's Scott. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And the one thing the D coordinator really harped on this week was tackling the catch. They knew this guy was going to get his touches, but they had to get him down and limit the yards after catch. They're not getting it done there. They've got to do a better job in the back end of getting tackles.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Driving forward, it's Gauze. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting a drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hits inside, it's Fletcher. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Enough to move the chains. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They'll run with Brown. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
How about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
He'll return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Across the 25, he's got room. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. Finds his man. It's Snow. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off play action on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Brings it in down the left side. Off and running. Touchdown, Wolfpack. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Number 94, set to kick this one.
The returner will field it and bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow right in the middle.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Right side, it's Fletcher.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try to pick up some positive yards.
Second down, going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Vaughn. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
They give it to him again. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Here they come, facing third and long from the 20, making the adjustment. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
Woof. That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense? Getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Got his man. It's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Miami sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. And for anybody that didn't know Darian Mensah and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely light.
And he's in! Touchdown, Miami!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he makes the extra point. Out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the counter. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. They give it back to him. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Sets his feet, it's Bailey. Look out! On the move is the 30. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The kick is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Throwing, Mensah. Rush right in his face. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Unloads it left. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, after that incompletion now, you got fourth down in your own end. But based on the fact they've scored 2 touchdowns and kicked a field goal now, they've been looking pretty good. And if I'm the head coach, I think I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in my offense to go get this thing.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Going for the big play. He's got it on the left. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Under pressure. Pulls it in. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Right down the boulevard. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Just drives it between the uprights. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with a look at Eastern Michigan, taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Now back to your game at Hard Rock Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Bailey. He wants to take the top off. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They'll need a bunch on second down. He'll set up to throw. Rush is on. And he gets it away.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. All the way back to the 15. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Powers inside. Turning it on. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games points and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. They're all over him. He's going to fire deep. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Straight ahead, it's Scott. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Left side, it's Jackson. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Look out! And down he goes.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To throw, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Fletcher. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Mensah pulls it in. It's Fletcher. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the 1st. The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Vaughn. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Hurricanes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On the run, fires downfield. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Motion from the back. Using his legs, it's Scott. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Caught. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Bailey. Back's got it on the screen. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The snap sets up to throw. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. And they've made it a one-possession game here in the fourth quarter.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Number 90, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Right side, it's Fletcher. There he goes. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Trying to squeak through the pile. Got a little grass. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The running back has it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Miami! And the route is on. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
This drive will open from the 15. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. They get to him as he throws.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Moves the pocket. It's Bailey. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looking for room. They bring him down strong. Effort by the cover.